Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allow me introduce myself. My name is Dwi Maisavana from class PBIB. I'm from English Education Department, Faculty of Tarbiyah and Teacher Training at UN Alauddin Makassar. On this occasion, I would like to answer 10-point question from my assignment about communication in human social life. Question 1. To understand linguistics, we firstly need to know the fundamental concepts of language and communication. Do you agree with that? Why? Well, the answer of question yes, because the fundamental unit of study for all linguistic areas is language. The study of linguistics will not exist without language. Language opens doors for development of linguistics as a subject and its subfields. And of course, communication plays an important role in understanding linguistics. So, to understand linguistics, start by knowing communication. Question 2. What do you know of communication? Explain your answer based on online and expert definitions. Definitions of online communication. 1. Merriam-Webster defines communication as the process by which information is exchanged between people through a short system of symbols, signs, or accents. 2. Oxford Dictionary defines communication as the conveyance or exchange of information by speaking, writing, or using other media. 3. Dictionary defines communication as the process of conveying or exchange ideas, opinions, or information by speech, writing, or sign language. And definitions of communication based on experts. 1. Krana are of the supposition that communication could be a prepared and which information is transmitted from a source, the sender, to a goal, the collector. 2. De Vito states that communication is the method or act of transmitting a message from a sender to a recipient through a channel and with the expressions of communication. 3. Wood is of the supposition that communication may be a precise handle in which people connect with and through images to make and translate implication. Question 3. How many communication systems do humans have? Explain your answer. Well, the answer. In human life, it consists of 3 communication systems. The first is the speech communication system. The language we produce when we speak essentially contains a series of symbols that contain meaning. Meaning is conveyed by incorporating sequences of segmental and suprasegmental sounds. These are combined to form words, and words are arranged to build sentences. Second, writing communication system. Writing as a communication system can be defined as a tool used to communicate abstract ideas and people's feelings using consistent signs and symbols in the form of text. And third, gestures communication system. Gestures can also be considered as a nonverbal or vocal communication system in which parts of the human body such as fingers, hand movements, and the face are used to convey specific information or messages. Question 4. What types of knowledge do people have that they can produce their speeches in their social interactions? Explain your answer. There are three knowledge. 1. Knowledge of semantical rules. Before speaking, we as speakers first formulate the abstract idea or meaning of what we want to say in our minds. With this idea, that is what is formulated in the mind of the speaker. 2. Knowledge of syntactic rules refers to the speaker's ability to understand the characteristics of language, lexical and grammatical features in such a way that they represent his abstract concepts or meanings in his head. 3. Knowledge of phonological rules. Knowledge of a language phonology is essential because it is a component of grammar that tells us which sound units a language uses to form words and how these sound units combine to form syllables, words, and intonation phrases. Question 5. What is writing as a communication system? Between speech and writing communication system, which one attracts most English attention to be explored? Why? Please explain your answer. Answer. Writing as a communication system can be defined as a tool for conveying abstract ideas and people's feelings by using associated signs and symbols in the form of text. Speech. Because speech can reflect writing, children first have the ability to speak and hear before they have the ability to write and read, and the human brain is naturally right to speak but is not predisposed to reading or writing. Question 6. As someone wants to communicate his or her abstract ideas in written form, how many types of knowledge does he or she need to use? Please explain your answers concerning the 4 types of knowledge. Well, answer. 1. Content refers to the information contained in a written text. When you choose a written communication system to express your ideas, you need to be sure that it is the idea that you want to communicate. 2. Linguistic knowledge. This includes if the writer conveys information, there are components that must be considered, such as words, phrases, sentences using correct spelling, word size, and grammar. 3. Knowledge of how to organize information. In order for writing to be interesting, it is necessary to arrange sentences and paragraphs well to make it easier for the reader. Structured sentences are divided into two, namely theme and rhyme. Apart from that, a good paragraph has 3 basic parts, namely first, thesis; second, supporting sentences that present evidence for the thesis; and third, summarizing important points. 4. Knowledge of how to express information. The ability to organize paragraphs into a good text structure is beneficial for readers and writers. For readers, with a good text pattern, the reader can see the relationship of clauses from one paragraph to other. From an author's perspective, knowledge of text patterns allows them to satisfy their readers with natural English text structures that appear familiar and normal to readers around the world. Question 7. What is Charters considered as a communication system? Please explain your answer according to the ideas of Bernardis and Gentilucci regarding gestures. Answer: signs or symbols, because according to Bernardis and Gentilucci, there are two types of views regarding signals. Firstly, gestures are used when the speaker finds it difficult to convey information in spoken language. Second, gestures and speech are a combined communication system because when people convey messages, the two are interconnected in the thought process. Thus, gestures can be used to communicate ideas, feelings, and thoughts without using language to convey the message. Question 8. What do you know of informative gesture and communicative gesture? Which one is recognized as sign language? Why? Please explain your answer. Well, answer. Conveying gesture convey information about the speaker as the interlocutor and are not related to the message the speaker wants to convey. For example, hand, arm movements, head nods, shrugs, and facial expressions. Communicative signs use their hands to communicate message as an alternative sign language to spoken language. What includes sign language is communicative movements because this gesture has a language component to convey meaning, using the hands as a combination of grammar and a separate lexicon. Question 9. Do you agree with most linguists claim that sign language are also types of natural language? Why? Please explain your answer. Well, answer. Yes, because sign language are language developed and used primarily by deaf and hearing communities who are physically unable to speak. They develop their own grammar and vocabulary, but they are not universal and cannot be mutually intelligible. And in spoken language, speakers alternative use sign language as speech to the person they are talking to by using their hands to convey message. The last question. What components do deaf people as the users of sign language need to learn in? Well, the answer. The components that deaf people need to learn as sign users are 1. Manual alphabets. There are about 40 manual alphabets studied in deaf education according to Carmel. The manual alphabet consists of two families used to represent the alphabet of spoken language, 100 fingerspelling American Sign Language, and 200 fingerspelling BAN Sign Language. 2. Lexicon, comprising words with fingerspelling movements, both lexication knowledge and sign language lexicon knowledge. Apart from that, sign language needs to be studied for its grammar, syntax, and culture. 3. Syntax. In sign language, it is also necessary to pay attention to the rules of word structure in sentences. That was my explanation and the answer from the 10 questions. More or less, please forgive me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.